Kate, the thing that perplexes me is why did you want to be in Titanic, bearing in mind that everybody knew how it was going to end, and that there had been not a bad film made about it already called A Night to Remember. So in a sense, it might be regarded as a remake. So why were you keen to be in this film?
To me, it was an extraordinary love story, and remains to be that. And when I read the treatment, I think it is very rare that as an actor and as an individual you can be genuinely moved by a novel or a script. And I was on an aeroplane when I read it and was just in floods of tears at the end. And a treatment is very different to a script. It's more a sort of a precede version of what will eventually be said, and has more description as opposed to dialogue. But nevertheless, floods of tears, and I thought, I've got to do this. I've really got to do this.
Why did James Cameron want you? Because, you know, I've heard that Fox and Paramount, knowing it was going to be an expensive film to start with, wanted bigger names than you or DiCaprio. Why did Cameron want you, do you know?
Who knows? I mean, to be honest with you, I would hope that my determination had a lot to do with it, because Rose, whom I play in Titanic, is incredibly determined and very, very strong and brave, and I connected with a lot of that. And I wouldn't let him off the hook. I mean, I remember endless telephone calls to him, sometimes when he was in his car, saying, just let me show you that I really feel that I can do this. And I think he sort of thought, you know, this is a bit of a tough cookie. And I'd ring him up sometimes and pretend to be American, you know, because I knew that I wanted him to overcome that hurdle as well. I didn't want anyone to be afraid of casting an English person in such a role.
And the budget was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And the cynics around the place were saying, this is going to be the biggest turkey of all time. Did you get at all discouraged? Did you at any point think, what the hell am I doing in this?
No, I never got discouraged, because I had so much sort of belief in it, and well, Leo and I, but when we all did, but Leo and I particularly were, you know, adamant that this love story was going to be the thing that made people connect with this film. You know, to us it was never about a sinking ship, it was never another Titanic movie, and we believed that if we really stuck together, we could make people forget that it was, you know, the Titanic.
Now it's open, and of course, I mean, all those critics and cynics have been totally refuted because it's a huge success in America, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, right. Were you at all surprised by that it opened so big in America with not only popular acclaim but critical acclaim?
Jim Cameron doesn't do things half-heartedly, so I always knew that he was adamant that this was going to be right across the board and a big, epic thing. I think part of me was sort of slightly afraid of connecting with that, because I didn't really want to think about what it might do in terms of for my career, because I so want to kind of be, you know, at home and see my family and work because I love my job, not for any other kind of commercial reason. So I never entertained much thought in that direction, but now that is happening, it's incredibly exciting.
But you have no idea which director you're going to go and buttonhole next and bully him into giving you a role?
I have my plans. I do have my plans, which I can't show, and I wish I could. But there is something that I really want to do, which would start shooting in July time, not in this country. God, I wish I could elaborate more. It's so frustrating. I'm so sorry. But there will be work on my part to do in order to try and get that job, because I know that this director is seeing a lot of actresses for that role, and quite rightly too. But I'm very determined about that. I'd really love to do it.
So look out for a director with a harassed expression who keeps glancing over his shoulder to see whether you're behind him, and then I'll know what the film is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, in the meantime, Kate, congratulations on Titanic and the Golden Globe nomination.
Thank you.
And good luck for the Oscars.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Well, alas, you didn't win the Golden Globe, but more of that later. Titanic recouped its probable $200 million production cost in 4 weeks in America. Another $100 million, and it should have its post-production costs back as well. Not bad going.